Hey there, welcome back to Brickstruction. My name is Ace, and today we're going to be reviewing another LEGO set. Today I have with me LEGO set number 75300, the 2021 TIE Fighter. This set originally came with 3 minifigures, a TIE Pilot, an Imperial Droid, and a regular Stormtrooper, and retailed for about $40, give or take. It is still on shelves in select stores, going for as much as $65. I've never seen it go for more than 65 or 70 to unlucky people on eBay. However, I only have one of the figures, and that is the pilot. I hope to collect the droid and the stormtrooper, but yeah, let's get right into it. As always, I will be starting with the figure. Normally it would be figures, but I don't really have them all. So, here is the TIE Pilot. It has printing on the back. Really nice print on his helmet, actually. I don't know how well you can see that. My camera's not in focus much. And he comes with a blaster pistol. I love this figure. I love his helmet. I've always loved the TIE Pilots. I think there's something special about them. I don't really have much to say about him other than that he's a great figure. I love his design and like his like the prints that actually come with him. I think they're really well done. I think his helmet, I'll take that off and show you. His helmet, if you can see the silver, is one of my favorite pieces of this whole set. And then the droid that they have, I've seen quite a few times. He is epic. Don't remember the series droid that he is, but it is an all-black droid, and I believe he has red eyes. He looks pretty awesome. And then you can't go wrong with the regular Stormtroopers, so I'm going to give the minifigs for this set an overall 8 out of 10, which I feel like I give that rating a lot. I don't know, I just love Star Wars minifigs, man. There's not much you can do. But yeah, 8 out of 10 on the figures. We're going to move over to the set. This is the 2010 TIE. In terms of design, it is the good, the bad, and the ugly. I love TIE Fighters. I love them. They are very near and dear to my heart. I think there's a very special connection that I have to them since the first Star Wars movies I ever watched were the original trilogy. Their sounds are incredibly iconic. The blaster fire they make is incredibly iconic. Everything about them, they're just iconic. And sometimes you just gotta love that. However, there are a few downsides to this set, and I kind of do beef with it a little bit. One of the biggest things is the actual size of the set. Now, I think it could definitely be worse, but I cannot say that I am a huge fan of the proportional aspect of this tie. I mean, if you look at the size of the cockpit, I can't fit my fist entirely around it. And the wings are just too small. I think they should be a little farther out and a little taller. Because if you have seen a TIE Fighter literally ever, it's a small ball cockpit with 2 large solar panel wings. But I don't know. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they were doing the best with what they had. So I'm not going to get too far into that. But that is one of my biggest issues with this set. Sorry, I'm still recovering from car crash and sick. But not important. The other thing that I thought was a little weird was I feel like the wing should be a little bit, would that be longer? Like, not by much, but I feel like they're just a little too tall and not wide, or like, yeah, wide enough, I guess it would be. They're too tall and not wide enough for my taste. But Nonetheless, it is a really good set. Um, the design of the wings themselves stayed classic and pretty cool, and I like I've always loved how swooshable these are. Very nice holding, but we're gonna get more into that when I talk about playability. I think all in all, despite its proportional issues, most of the set is actually designed really well. You have the printed tile, or not tile, but the printed piece for the hatch on top. Your printed windshield. I think they used a lot of their elements correctly, and it just turned this into an overall pretty great ship. I'm going to give its overall design a 6 out of 10. I just can't. It's hard for me to get over the proportionality issues. But other than that, it's actually pretty decent. Um, Moving on to durability. Durability is kind of an issue with this thing. Now, I don't... Yep. The wings are connected by these 3 Technic pins, which there's nothing wrong with Technic pins, and as I said in my last video, Technic pins can be very strong. But there's 3 of them, and I don't know, they're a little weak, in my opinion. I feel like, I mean, they hold decently, but see, if I wiggle it and just pull, it comes right off. So I would definitely be incredibly careful as to not drop this off of any shelving or a stand or a mock, no matter what. I think, here, let me take the wings off so I can kind of examine the cockpit. The cockpit itself is decently sturdy. There's quite a few connection points on everything. Like you can see, there's a ton of small studs, which can be good, but it also can be bad. It really depends on how the model is being handled. I think I don't know. It's got a medium level of durability, in my opinion, because the wings are pretty fragile. Oh, and that actually leads me to another thing. The way that this outer line is connected is, in my opinion, very cool, but it's also pretty fragile. It's connected here, and these parts wrap around. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I can lift, and there's a space here. Or if you can see that wiggling, there is a space in between the main part of the wing and that outer rim. That definitely could be an issue if this thing were to get dropped. However, I think as long as you're careful, you shouldn't run into too many issues. So overall for durability, I'm going to give it, I don't know, a 7 out of 10. The cockpit is okay. The wings are pretty fragile. So actually, I might even lower that to a 6 out of 10 now that I think about it. There's quite a few the way that it is designed as well is if it were to land maybe like this, it could break the Technic pins, and that is not something you want to happen, let alone the pieces coming off but actually breaking. That's a whole nother mess. So I think I'm going to go 6 out of 10 on durability. I think I said 7 out of 10 for figures, and I'm saying, okay, my official call for design, now that I think about it, is going to be 7 out of 10. I don't remember what I said earlier. But 7 for minifigs, 7 for design, 6 for durability. Now, we've gotten to my favorite part of rating these sets, is the playability. Because I grew up playing with Legos, and so I like being able to educate on what sets are good and what sets are not as good to play with. First off, this is getting bonus points because it's a TIE Fighter. TIE Fighters, all of them, except maybe the UCS ones, are very playable. It's got a very nice hold. I don't even need to use my whole hand because, like I said in previous videos, big hands. So I can pinch here. It's very comfortable. Can flip it around. You know, it does well. You can swoosh it very well. I think it's very friendly to being played with as long as you know to be careful. I also am a big fan of how this opens up to put the figure in here, and I'm going to count it towards the playability is its little feature. So not only does this piece come down, and you would think that this hatch just pops up, but it's actually the whole roof, making a really open space for you to take your minifig, put his arms out, and sit him right down in there. Oh, need to do that the other way. There we go. Now the minifigure is inside. I love this. It makes it pretty accessible. I don't have to fiddle with it much. I think it's overall a really good design for the cockpit, and it makes it very user-friendly when playing with these things, obviously. So I think I'm going to give overall playability an 8 out of 10. It is a very solid starfighter to play with. A little on the expensive side, depending on where you get it from. Like I said, between 40 and 60 bucks. Some places like, I know Walmart sells them for as much as 65 on shelf. At least if they do, because last time I checked they did. But, you know. So that's awesome. I think, yeah, overall playability, 8 out of 10. Which means my final rating for this ship is going to be 7 out of 10. I think there's a lot of things that they did right. It's a TIE fighter. It comes with some pretty cool figures, especially the droid, who I would love to get my hands on sometime. But there are some drawbacks, especially when it comes to durability and its scaling. I think those are issues that probably could have been fixed pretty easily, but knowing Lego, that would have made the set that much more expensive, and not everybody has that in their budget. So for what it's worth, it's actually not bad at all. Final rating, 7 out of 10. I like this set. I hope you guys like this set. I think it's a really good one to have, and I'm definitely glad that I have it in my collection finally. And I'm gonna move that off to the side. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's gonna wrap up this video. Yeah, let me know what I should rate next. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.